Hi, and welcome to another episode of Inspiration Inc. Today we're interviewing my very good friend Patty Waltcher, who's the president of Lotus Outreach, a nonprofit that serves vulnerable women and girls in developing nations to get education and aid. And we're going to hear about how Patty has taken a career in real estate, life as a mom, and this nonprofit work, and integrated it all into a life that is so inspirational. Patty, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Zhena. It's good to be here.
So tell us about your story. What did you start out doing, and how did it lead you to Lotus Outreach?
Well, it was somewhat of a coincidence with how it all happened. I moved to Ojai, California with my two children. I was in the middle of a divorce, and a friend of mine who had known that I had been working in Boulder, Colorado with an architect and a developer at the time, and knew I liked real estate, said, you know what, why don't you get your California license, because I want to get a house in Brentwood and you can help Steve and I find a house. And I thought, hey, that's a great idea. I'm a single mom now. I need to make some money. How am I going to do that? And this might be a great way. So I went ahead and did the testing and did my education and went to LA, set up a little office there and helped her. And I love the process. I love the process of connecting people with their homes, with how their energy connects with the house and how the house energy actually connects with them. It was like a real interesting process to me, this kind of blueprint of energy. So then I came back to Ojai and I said, well, I'm going to take it up. You know, this is a great career to have. I can pick up my kids from school. I can play like I'm super mom, but as well, go out and make some money. And so it really ended up being quite a great thing. You know, basically people, I think that real estate is sales, but it's really about facilitating communication and education for people of what's going on.
So tell us a little bit about Lotus Outreach and why it inspires you.
Well, Lotus Outreach started in 1993, and it is a nonprofit helping vulnerable children become safe children in a world that is so dire in their suffering and pain and not having food or education. And I connected to that aspect. We started in India and we are now in Cambodia since 2002. We have 14 developing projects that are existing right now, and one of our biggest projects is education. In 1993, Kensei Norbu started this program I was talking about in India, and he was the first person, and he's still our current chair and founder. And he's a remarkable man, and he has done many things to help many people in the world.
You were working on a program called the Blossom Bus.
Yes.
It was super cool.
Yes.
And you won an award from Nike.
Yes.
And so can you tell us a little bit about some of the specific programs?
Yes. Blossom Bus was a fantastic program, as you know. It transported girls to school. Otherwise, they would have to be married at 13 or not be safe to get to school, and their parents wouldn't let them because of the physical abuse and verbal abuse just walking to school. So that was an excellent program, and it's still happening. We serve over 2,000 girls now, taking them to school back and forth. Each and every year, we serve about 30,000 children, more every year. And our biggest program right now that we are so excited about, that we've been involved with since 2002, is called GATE, Girls Access to Education. And we are helping them at this point for the first time, having girls in Cambodia go to university level. We started with them in 3rd grade. We help support their package of food, bicycles, uniforms, pencils, anything you can think of to get to school. And so this is a very exciting program, and now we're in this echelon of girls who want to go to college. And there's only 2% of all girls in India, well, mostly Cambodia actually, that are able to go to college. So we are
2%.
Striking that, 2% in the entire country. So that's very exciting, and we are now looking at these girls. We have 125 graduates that going to university, and we have 100 more next year. So this is so exciting. Since 3rd grade, we've supported them, Lotus Outreach. And, you know, instead of being in a brothel or sex trafficking and helping to prevent sex trafficking, helping prevent health issues and problems, they are getting a package for education.
So schools, not brothels.
Right, exactly.
It's pretty intense.
It's very intense.
How do you manage seeing what you see and then coming back and selling real estate again, or being a mom to your two kids? How do you handle the pain of seeing what you see?
Well, I think what cheers me up in the dire poverty of everything that you're looking at in Cambodia and India and some of these villages is that these girls can have an opportunity. They want the opportunity. You know, they call it the multiplier investment with girls, because once you educate a girl, they do want to educate the next society, the next generation, their family, their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, and they're great communicators. So I see that opportunity for everyone I look at. And because of that, I think I have the energy or, passion to continue.
Can you share one specific example of a young woman's life that you were able to impact through Lotus Outreach?
Well, I think one of my most heart-feeling stories, or what happened to me actually last time I was visiting Cambodia and having lunch with Mon Simma, her name is. She had the most amazing story, and it was just like, wow, we're sitting there having lunch with her peers, and she's university level at this point, and she started with Lotus Outreach in 3rd grade. But what happened to her was, a day before she found out Lotus Outreach was going to support her, she was on her way to Malaysia. She was being urged by her cousins to come because she wanted to work in Malaysia. Her parents were urging her to go, and she was just about to go, but she found out she got into Lotus Outreach. She did not go to Malaysia. She started school with the Lotus Outreach benefits, and her cousins ended up in Malaysia without visas. They were imprisoned. They're still in prison. They've been beaten every day with electrical wires. I mean, these are children, and this is also a country where this is allowed. And so there she is sitting in front of me at 19. She just was a 4.0 student her entire life. She's studying law now. She got into the University of Law and Economics in Phnom Penh, and she is so excited about helping the next generation.
And maybe getting her cousins out of jail.
And getting her cousins out of jail, and facilitating financial responsibility for all her friends, how she can help her family do that, how she can help them spiritually. And she's, fluent in French and English. She's just this amazing girl. And so I think of her because it's such close to home for her that her cousins, and she was about to do it that day. I mean, it was just one of those beautiful moments in someone's life.
You saved her life.
Yes.
And now she's going to, in turn, probably change the way law works, if that's legal there.
That's what she wants to do. And that's the inspiration. With a country like Cambodia, people were decimated. There was genocide not that long ago. So it's a slow recovery for these people to get back their genuine confidence as human beings. And these girls are wanting to do that.
Lotus Outreach sounds like an unbelievable organization. And what is next for it? How do you see Lotus Outreach growing?
Well, being president right now, we have an operating budget of just over $700,000. We have a global staff of just only 5 people and 14 programs. So we're basically a volunteer program, and really at the moment we're launching this great online sponsor program. So if everyone would like to check in on our website at www.lotusoutreach.org, that would be great. You'll see a banner that says sponsor a girl, and there's 40 girls on there that, just like Simma's story, who need to go to university and be educated and want that, and they're waiting for someone to sponsor them to do that. And you'll find 40 different stories that are amazing, and if you connect with one of those girls, you can send them to university for $100 a month, $1,200 a year, and that's for everything, for their education, for their lodging, for their bicycles to go to school, for food, and this will change their culture as time goes on.
Such a huge impact for $100 a month.
Yeah.
And so can you tell us just about a few of the other projects that you are heading up at Lotus Outreach that you guys are doing?
Well, we do have so many. We're doing economic empowerment, having people raise pigs and chickens and selling eggs and growing mushrooms. I mean, there's so many things like this that when someone brings in $125 a month, it's tremendous for their different financial status in that country. And we have wonderful water projects. Instead of 3 and 4-year-olds traveling back and forth with buckets of water all day long, that is toxic water, we're putting wells in the villages that can serve 50 people, $2,500 a well, and the children can go to school. So
So instead of transporting water, they can go learn how to read.
exactly.
Wow.
So, take a look at the website. We have some other great projects, and you can zero in. And thank you so much. It's
Thank
all
you so
about
much.
helping these children become safe in the world. And in 2013, the world should be totally interconnected and safe, and not feel so vulnerable to these horrors of things that are going on.
Great. So for more information about Lotus Outreach and how you can help, please go to lotusoutreach.org. And if you are inspired by one of these beautiful young women who are heading to university and you want to help her and make her dream a reality and inspire her to change and heal the world, then you can sponsor one for $100 a month. Pretty amazing.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.